What is the Lion's Gate and why is it so important this year? Hello everyone, I'm Sharon with Entelechy Visions, and I wanted to chat with you today to talk about this term that you may have been hearing that has become really popular this time of year. What is the Lion's Gate and why is this getting so much attention? The Lion's Gate is a specific alignment that happens every year in August, specifically on the 8th is when it peaks, when our planet aligns with the Sirian star system. So this is a literal, tangible alignment that occurs with a specific cosmic system. And when this occurs, it is sending an enormous amount of light directly to our planet under that passage. And now the Sirian star system is also known as our spiritual sun. So there is a lot that is taking place in the exchange between this alignment and our planet. And if this sounds really out there to you, you can't grasp your mind around what that even means, you could think of simpler alignments that occur, such as eclipse passages or the phases of the moon, and relate it to your life and how you feel under these passages. So even just under a full moon, if you're a more sensitive person, you may notice that you feel a little odd or heightened or emotional around full moon phases. Under some more intense alignments like eclipses, total eclipses, you may notice a lot that shifts in your life around those times. So a lot of endings and beginnings, or even energetic sensitivity that you're moving through. So this is no different. We have a specific alignment that is taking place, and this is sending a certain quality of energy to our planet to up-level us. And we are moving through a year where the numerology of 2024 adds up to the number 8. And 8 is a transformational year, which is why you may have felt like this year has been relentless and very testing for you on all levels. We're moving through this very preparatory year of unearthing and shedding so many layers and cycles throughout this year. And now the month of August is also an 8 month, and the date of the Lion's Gate is an 8 day. And so now we have a triple 8 passage. And what that does is it amplifies that quality of transformation for our lives. It amplifies the quality of up-leveling and raising our consciousness levels. And what really is the number 8? It is also an infinity symbol. And an infinity symbol, you can look at it in a symbology of one part of the 8 is a releasing of the old, shedding of the past, and the other part of the 8 in the infinity symbol is a beginning, a birthing, where the past is meeting the future. And in the middle is the present. In the middle is our heart space that is being transformed, that is being evolved and upgraded through this passage. So this has been getting a lot of attention over the years, this time of year, because the energy is increasing with each passing year. And so we are feeling this influx of light escalate even more as the years go on, because we are raising to new consciousness levels, and so the light is amplifying even more. We are also in the solar maximum year this year, the solar cycle 25, that is heightened solar activity. So we are getting inundated with solar flare after solar flare as immense light is getting moved through our physical bodies and our energy fields. And that is also raising our consciousness levels, but causing some purging effects even every time that it moves through. So with this Lionsgate passage, we will feel that immense light come in. We may also feel that purging quality as well. But it is moving into our cells. It is bringing online abilities and information through our DNA. It is moving into the information of our cells and our DNA to unlock and uncode specific amounts of information that need to come on for this specific time on the planet for us. So as we move through this passage, it is not just the specific day, it is the entire phase, the entire several weeks of build-up of this energy. An immense opportunity to up-level in our ascension process. So you could feel many different ascension symptoms, things coming up in your body as your body is trying to catch up to all of this light and to reorient itself within this new light signature. So your body's going through quite a bit and will be throughout this entire month and months ahead as we sync up to this new vibration. Ways that you can utilize this passage for your life is dropping into a calm and quiet space for yourself. Dropping into your heart space, which will be moving through quite a bit in this passage. And your heart is the leader of your life path. It is where you can deeply connect to your soul, to source. It is where you can deeply connect to your I am presence, your expanded consciousness self. And it is the space where you can use this time to be the creator, be very intentional with your creations, your thoughts, your emotions, what you are beaming out through those avenues. So being very mindful of what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you are creating with your energy field, because this light is going to amplify it almost 100 times even more. And it doesn't necessarily mean being very rigid or beating up on yourself if you're moving through a lot of emotion in your purging of what's coming up for you, because that may happen. But it's about coming back to the place of knowing your anchor within and being very mindful of that reminder for yourself. That if you're having a period where you're moving through a lot of emotion, you're feeling moody, irritable, turning to the tools and the space for yourself to come back to a place of syncing up with your heart, syncing up with source, with spirit. And if that feels really difficult just to sit and be with yourself, if you're moving through a lot, you can turn to different tools to help to shift some of that stagnant, old, heavy energy that's moving through you, and then come to a place to be with yourself, sit and find that anchor back to source. And tools that you can turn to shift the energy, the old energy that's coming up and out, are simple practices like returning back to your body. Move your body. Move some of that excess, stagnant chi that's running through your body, anything that's stuck. Whether that is being outside and walking out in nature, or doing some internal practices, maybe some videos online here on YouTube, or doing something that's simple stretches just to open up the meridians of your energy field. You can also do some pranayama breathing techniques, which I love to turn to if your body's feeling too sluggish or if you're having any mobility issues. Pranayama is really helpful to also move some stagnant energy. Ones that I love are Kapalabhati, that helps to shift the old energy. It's called skull shining breath because it helps to boost your energy. It helps to bring some clarity to the mind, release some of that brain fog. Or if you're feeling sleepy through this passage, that will also support. If you're feeling extra emotional or your nervous system's going through quite a bit, you can turn to a breath called alternate nostril breathing or Nadi Shodhana, and that will support your nervous system to begin to calm down and balance the two opposite channels of your energy field, often known as the Ida and the Pingala, or the masculine and feminine channels of your field. So that will balance those sides of the yin and the yang and bring it into a greater place of centering so that you feel calmer, you feel more at ease. That's a great breath to practice at nighttime as well to support you for sleep. If you are moving through quite a bit of anger, irritability, frustration, you can turn to a breathing practice called Sitali breath. And that is a cooling breath that involves the mouth and the tongue, a specific shape of curling the tongue that will help you to calm and cool. It's also helpful for the summer and the liver detox. So you can find all of those breathing tips on my playlist on my channel here for the pranayama playlist. So some tips to aid you as we move through this passage, and to also be really mindful of what you are doing around that specific day of the 8th. It can be helpful to turn to some intentional practices, whether that is being in meditation with specific intentions that you bring into your awareness through visions, emotions, or repeating specific affirmations to yourself of what you are choosing or wanting to create in this next cycle for your path. You can utilize this energy almost as a blast or a boost to your ascension process, but also to your path and your creations ahead. You can also turn to journaling out those creations, how you would like to feel in this next cycle, fueling any creations that you've been wanting to get off the ground or set into motion for your next cycle. You can also use this to support and aid anyone in your life, any intentions that you would like to bring to support them or help them in some way. And also on a collective level, to sit with your heart space and beam out any level of peace, focus, attention, and love to situations or to humanity and the planet as a whole as we move into this next cycle of our evolution. So I hope you have a beautiful passage here. And if you would like to join me over in my Patreon, I post more tips there that are very specific to the energies and alignments, as well as many different practices that you can engage in that will support you through all of these energies that we are moving through. So you can find me there at Entelechy Visions, and there are quite a bit of tools and tracks and energy healing quick resets on there for you to help you in these powerful times. So thank you so much for being here, and have a wonderful Lionsgate passage.